Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Kickoff Discussion Podcast. I'm Joseph Akbemi Balogun. Well, it was a frustrating night for Manchester City at the Etihad, and at the same time, it was a dominant display from them as well. But they couldn't take anything from the game. There are two things that I noticed from this game. Is that one is Inzaghi came into this game to play, I would say, a kind of defensive game in the sense that their strategy in this game was simply to sit deep and suck out the pressure. And I'll give them their flowers for that because they were able to defend brilliantly well against this Manchester City team. And Manchester City could really get a cutting edge chance in the game that that this could be really be a goal. And thanks to the strategy of their manager, because Inzaghi, as I said, Inzaghi came into this game with some kind of defensive minded game that they want to play against Man City, and they do play it because their strategy was just to sit deep, suck out the pressure, and when they have the opportunity, they hit Manchester City on counter attacks, which I think it worked perfectly well for them, and they also created numerous chances from these scenarios. However, I think they were also wasteful in the final third because when you are playing against a team like Manchester City, whenever you have any opportunity to counter them, that opportunity that you have, you ought to utilize it. And if you do not, well, it's all left to you. But I just have to commend the manager and the players as well because their off the ball duty and responsibilities worked really well for them today, and they were able to defend perfectly well against Man City. It's not easy to defend against Man City because we all know that Man City will dominate and they will keep all the possession. And from Manchester City's perspective, they only dominated the game and they could not really create a good goal scoring chance from all those chances they created. But their first half was just a disaster, and they really struggled in the first half. I would say they struggled, and they had the majority of the possession. They had more shots at Inter's goal, but they could not take anything out of it, which is quite unfortunate for them from my own perspective. And another thing that I noticed from the game was how well Inter Milan defensive structure works and the tactics that their manager came up with. When they are defending against City, they defended in a 5-4-1 shape, something like that. And what is profound about their way whenever they are playing on counter attacks is that the central defender play as high as playing on the edge of the box of Manchester City when they are transitioning into counter attack, which is quite unexpected for me. It's quite unexpected because I do not expect Inzaghi to actually do something like that. But he came up with this strategy, and well, I would say from my perspective, it worked for him because this new format of Champions League is just so perfect that every team need to buckle up from the very first game, and it's getting more exciting because the game that we saw yesterday was great games and beautiful games, because this format, you need to get as much point as possible and to get the chance to proceed and to qualify for the next round. So this format, I'm just quite delighted, and I'm still looking forward to more exciting games like this because if it was the former format that they were using, the group stage and format, maybe something like this will still happen in the sense that Inter Milan will be looking like, okay, when they get to their own stadium, they have that home advantage. They will have to come out all on Manchester City to get a win. But this time around, that wasn't the case. They are only playing Inter Milan once in this league phase, and they are playing other opponents, which is quite exciting. Each team will play eight different opponents in this league phase, which makes this new Champions League format exciting. So I'm still looking forward to exciting games. To this, I'm still looking forward to more exciting games like this. So these are just the little things I have to discuss about the game, and If you are just coming across this page for the very first time, please do well to like, share, subscribe, and if you're already a please kindly smash the like button to support me. Thank you very much, and I'll see you now in the episode. And bye for now.